Hey guys, what's up? Brandon here, EkataTrading. So I am more or less back to 100%. My throat just kind of still funny with that sickness, that virus that I got. But I'm pretty much back to how I'm supposed to be. Um, I'm also back in terms of another good trade again, and I want to discuss this here quickly with you guys. So as it stands right now, I was in a sell up until yesterday, and price took me out on the record in profit right around here, right? I was in a sell from this area, and I got out with just under 1-to-1 risk reward. Now, from the time I saw this, it felt to me like it might be creating a W pattern, but I didn't have confirmation of that. What I needed to see was again that obvious momentum, and I would need to see the fact that the masses would have been taken out. Now, this is where my analysis could become very confusing for most people because my analysis does not rely only on what I see, but what I believe I'm seeing. And in order for me to understand what I believe I'm seeing, I need to understand what everybody else is seeing as well, or at least what I think everybody else is seeing. So, that being the case, let's kind of discuss that. So, first things first, in my analysis earlier last week, or I believe earlier this week, I said that I believe the sell will continue. And well, obviously, when this occurred, the sell would stop there, but I believe the sell would have continued because I believe that it makes sense for the dealer to give the sellers a sell because eventually if it is you don't give them a sell, they get smart, right? Traders who trade counter trend, counter momentum, if eventually every time you stop them out, eventually they get smart. So the dealer has to what I call validate the sellers. So he has to give them something, a dog with a bone, give them a bone to chew on, right? And looking at that, obviously, you had where the dealer would have given the sell for majority of the last few days. Now, when I saw this, I did say that it feels like a W pattern, but it felt a little slow. It felt a little slow to get rid of the sellers. So I was like, all right, that's interesting. Let me monitor it over the next few hours and see. And I went to bed. When I woke up with the market right around this level. This would have been the last drawing, the last point in the market I would have seen before I did my first set of drawings, which is all of this. So you have here bearish momentum temporarily, but the bull momentum came in this move after the proposed W pattern. Cool, good. And then you have in all of these areas, this kind of all these little circle areas and these lines, you have both buyers and sellers heavily induced in these areas. Buyers would be here, buyers would be here, sellers on the retest, buyers on the breakout, buyers here, buyers here, buyers here, right? So you have buyers and sellers in here, which means there's a big chunk of liquidity in here. If that is the case, and we know that there's a big chunk of liquidity in there, it makes sense for the dealer to take out those traders before doing anything. Now, what is very important is we are anticipating that it is a bull market because gold on the higher time frame, when you look at it, gold is a bull market. Everybody knows that, right? So the sell that we see here would be temporary. The buy, however, is permanent. So if we feel like we're getting bullish momentum coming back in, maybe it's a good time to consider a buy. Cool. And then right around here, this would have been the last drawing I did before the news of the CPI event hit. And I said, right at this level, you have traders interested in buys here again. Why? Because of staying here above this line, traders would slowly become interested in buys. And that means they'll put their stop losses right below this very zone, below this area where a lot of other traders would be buying. And they think they're smart, right? Cool. But interestingly enough, even below this area, there'll also be sellers. And if you don't believe me, and I said this on the record, if you don't believe me, when I was calling out all of this, go and look at the charts, go and look at the mines right around the same time I was calling out all of these things. And people were interested in sales, they were interested in breakouts, they were interested in the market going back low. Because now that the dealer has showed the traders a sell, they now get overconfident. They believe that yes, it's a change of direction, a change of character. But the problem is, that's not the case at all. In fact, that's exactly what I believe the dealer wanted us to think in the first place. So I said, I would like to see the market take out this level and then possibly climb. Look at how pinpoint accurate that is. And this again is on the record. I did not draw this after I saw this. I drew this before any of this occurred. So, coming now to my entry, I was in a class with a student at the time, and I'm going to put on the replay function and I'm going to show you what it is we saw. So, when that candle occurred, we were like, holy shit. We were like, wow, that is amazing. And the first thing we did is we highlighted this level, because this wick on this 1 minute time frame insinuates that again late buyers are coming in and they would want to have that greedy stop loss right below. It makes sense. So guess what I did? I waited for the dealer to come back, take out those buyers with this, take them out right here, and then all I had to do was find a logical place to put my stop loss, aka when you look to the left on the 5 minute time frame, and I look to the left, the last area would have been this. This is the last logical area. For my stop loss below that, that's it. And then the rest is essentially history after that. Now, right now, gold is pulling back, so to say. Let me ask the question again. Who do you think is interested here? Who do you think is becoming by the way, my stop loss is in profit. Well, at break even. My stop loss is literally right here. So worst case scenario, cool. It stops me out at break even. I move on to the next trade. But I'll ask the question, who do you think is interested right here? Who do you think is interested up here? I don't know. I have an idea, but I feel like I want to leave it up to you for you to think about what it really means. Who's interested? And ask yourself, if those people that you think are interested, do you think it makes sense for the dealer to give those traders what they want? You feel me? That's what I think. I believe that, and I'll actually say it. I believe that sellers are interested here again. And let's see if we can get some proof of that. Look, the first thing I open when I see the mines, will it go down from 1955 or to 1955? Did gold hit an order block at 1970? If so, price will decrease. Literally minutes into me saying what it is I'm saying. Literally, gold will sell, boys. Free pips. People still interested in sells, right? People are still interested in sells. Hurry up and drop. I close all my buys. Okay, well, I don't know why I would close the buy, but all right, cool. Sell is now valid. Short to 1950. Who's interested? You see, when you begin to think about the market the way I'm thinking about it, you're no longer just relying on the pattern. You are relying on the reason for the pattern. What is the dealer trying to show you here? He's trying to show you sells. If he's trying to show you sells, you have to question why. Think about bait and a trap, or trap and a bait. Why would you put a trap and then put cheese for the mouse? Is it that you want the mouse to get the cheese and get away? No. You want the mouse to take the cheese, but you also want to capture the mouse so that you can manipulate the mouse into doing whatever you want it to do. If you want to kill it, if you want to use it, if you want to eat it, I don't know. Gross, but I don't know. If you want to capture it as a pet. But the point of the bait is to get you to become induced. So when traders fall for the induction, it's very, very obvious on what is likely to occur. So in my opinion, this is temporary. I definitely would not sell here. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if you disagree. This is my belief. This is my understanding. But so far, my trade ultimately got to almost 1 to 5 in just, what was that? Just over an hour or so. Currently, it is floating at just over 1 to 2.8, and I believe it could go up and higher. I have no reason to believe otherwise. Gold is a bull market. My law says never go against the momentum unless a reversal is clear. Here we have a reversal that is clear, and the momentum is now bullish. I'm going to be buying. That is the only thing that makes sense to me right now. Let me know what you think. Have a great day, guys. See you soon.